Good morning. Hope you're doing well this Sunday, and we're on to the next group of games in the AFC Bournemouth World Cup of Goals. We are on Group G. There's just one group to go. That's tomorrow, and then we'll be into the knockout fixtures in the last 16. As you can see, there's a familiar face on the podcast. It's Mr. Patrick Devitt. Patrick, how are you?
I'm good, Sam. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad at all. So you're based in Chicago, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good stuff. And how did you get into supporting the Cherries? Because you've been a kind of regular on Twitter and stuff, so people sort of know your name as being, one of many fans from Chicago, certainly many across the pond. How did you get into supporting us?
So I found the Premier League Extra Time package about 5 years ago on NBC, which is the big broadcaster here in the States. And then I just happened to catch a documentary created by one of the Men in Blazers, another one of the big names from NBC Sports, and it was about the Cherries. And after that, I just fell in love with the story, and I've been hooked ever since.
Oh, I think I saw that. That's the one that's on YouTube, isn't it? Like NBC Download or whatever. Um,
Yeah, yes.
It was really good. I really like the way that was put together, and you see, you see, like you saw weaknesses in Jeff Mostyn. He actually nearly cried, but it's such an emotional story. You know what? That's what I'm going to do for 45 minutes to fill my time tomorrow because there's not much to do over here at the moment. What's it like where you are?
Same right now. We're kind of on like a soft like lockdown where you can go out on your own. You can't really be in groups. You can only really go to the grocery store, the hospital, the pharmacy, or you can go to the liquor store where I work,
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see sort of things slowing down all over the world. Right then, so in Group F, yesterday's votes. Thank you for all the votes. There were two clear winners. It was Jermaine Defoe's goal at Crystal Palace, which was the sort of wonder volley. It was the lob from a very close range that got 58% of the vote. And then Mark Pugh, which was part of our very first Premier League win. That amazing little feint, little cut back onto his right, that goal against West Ham. But Patrick, I'm going to ask you about a few goals from Group G now. So four goals to go over. First one, Callum Wilson against West Ham. This was the solo dribble. If you want to see that, click the card at the top of the screen. But that was an amazing solo goal, wasn't it?
It was beautiful. Just the run through four or five West Ham defenders and then to evade Zabaleta at the end and then stick it between Fabianski's legs. Just a beautiful, brilliant, tremendous effort.
It is because it's funny because Callum Wilson, I wouldn't say he's the fastest, but he just seemed to breeze through the West Ham defence and to do all that, have the strength to hold off his markers and then have the composure at the end. Not bad at all, eh?
Smashing goal.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So, yeah, if you want to vote for that, you can do. The vote opens at 9 a.m. We may open it slightly earlier today, so you can hop straight onto Twitter and actually vote. So, yeah, if you like that goal, go ahead and vote for it. Also, Junior Stanislas versus Everton. If you want to see the goal, click the card at the top of the screen. This was in our first season in the 3-all. Patrick knows what he's doing. It was not a particularly beautiful goal, but it was one where we clawed our way back into the match. We made it 2-all, and then Everton scored to make it 3-2 in the dying minutes. The fans ran onto the pitch, and then we went and scored again.
It's really, really nice because of the dramatic effect that it had. Just to claw your way back a 95-minute equalizer. After seeing all the Everton fans dancing and celebrating on the pitch before, that it's just going to be a real big kick in the teeth to them. So it's not the biggest goal, but the importance of the goal is what's important there.
Yeah, exactly. And Charlie Daniels smashed the ball across, which meant that Junior Stanislas didn't have to use his neck muscles much. He just had to get something on it, and thankfully he did. And he was in the right place, right time, scored that header, and that was the game that set us up against Chelsea. We played after that, and Man United, and we started to pick up some points again when all was looking lost. So yeah, important goal, and I'm sure it'll get many votes. As might this one, the third goal in Group G, David Brooks against Chelsea, part of our 4-0. Click the card at the top, and that was the goal to make it 2-0 because Josh King scored the first one, I think, and then David Brooks had an influence in the first goal by setting up King, but then in the second, it was a great sort of counter-attacking goal, wasn't it, Patrick?
Yeah, because he creates a turnover and then he breaks free, makes a nice little run. The nice first touch, and then to just breeze by David Luiz like he's not even there and tuck it home. But it's just a moment of brilliance, and hopefully it's something that we can see again once the season gets going with a fully fit David Brooks.
Yeah, we've missed that kind of natural, effortless flair of players that can just breeze through the midfield and, bearing down on the defenders like David Brooks can. Yeah, we've missed that, and I can't wait to see him back. I mean, whether it'll be in the flesh or not, I don't know, because it may be behind closed doors at that stage. But, yeah, that goal I thought was really good. And, yeah, he had the composure at the end to come back on his favourite left foot and then put it in. And another great goal by him. So I'm sure, I mean, we said at the time that yesterday's the group of death. I think this one might be actually, I don't know. But fourth goal, Josh King against Man United. Now that was this season. Very similar to one of his goals he scored at home against West Ham, actually. If you want to see it, click the card at the top of the screen. And that was some good sort of interplay between Ryan Fraser and then Adam Smith. And then it fell to Josh King, and he had a lot of work to do at that stage, didn't he, Patrick?
He did. The strength, composure, and the concentration for that goal is just a beautiful sight to watch. I think the fact that it played into a victory over Man United at home is really, really big. And just that's my favorite goal. Of this group. The Josh King goal, perfect. Great volley after he has the strength controlled off his chest. Just that's a goal you could just watch over and over and over again.
Yeah, and obviously the importance, playing Man United as well, because at the time we were all feeling a bit low, results weren't going our way, and then we pulled this one out of the bag out of nowhere. So yeah, that's your favourite goal. Is that your top tip to go through to the next round? Is it?
That's my pick to advance.
Excellent. Well, yeah, you can go to twitter.com and vote right now as soon as you can. The vote closes at midnight, and then we've got the last group round tomorrow. And then by sort of tomorrow night, we'll know all of the last 16. And I tell you what, there's some really crunch sort of contests in there. We're going to do 2 per day. Okay, so some of the ones that we've got at the moment, the pick of the goal, we got Jefferson Lerma versus Crystal Palace, that long-range beauty, versus Mark Pugh, that goal against West Ham. I mean, how on earth you've got with that one? It's a definite head versus heart thing, because you've got the heartstrings of one, it being Mark Pugh, 2, our first Premier League win, but the magnificence of the strike from Jefferson Lerma, and that's one of many real interesting picks. If you had to say which is your favourite Premier League era goal, Patrick, what would you pick?
Ooh, it's tough.
I did ask you that one. I didn't prep you on this one, did I?
Over Liverpool or Nathan Ake's goal against Spurs, because they were just so big in the moment, beating those top 6 sides at home, just terrific.
So are you more about the emotion than how it sort of looks sometimes? Because I've got to agree, the elation I felt at that Nathan Ake Liverpool goal, I don't think I felt as strong as an emotion as that. Obviously, you can be wowed by a goal, and technically it's amazing, but it's just, is that what kind of you rate as a good goal? Sort of ones that gets your heart racing?
Yeah, the moment is the big thing for me. I mean, we've seen a lot of good technical goals scored against us in the last 10 years, but no, the moment's the big thing for me. If you can get the fans off their seats, you can get that vitality rocking. That's what's really important to me. It's what happens in the moments, not how beautiful it is.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Well, Patrick, thank you so much for coming on the podcast once again, and hopefully we'll resume, and you'll be able to send some more videos through, just talking about our matches again. But who knows when that'll be? But thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me, Sam. Fingers crossed that we see some action sooner rather than later.
Yeah, fingers crossed. And get voting now. Click the link at the bottom where it says twitter.com. Go to that link and then, register your vote now. It's open till midnight, and we'll see you in the next video. Up the cherries.
Cheers.